I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Not Jessica throwing shade in the chat already. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome or welcome back to our squirrels, our American and new viewers to the channel. We expose and shine a light on MLMs, scams, and unethical business practices. I'm DC, an autistic MLM dropout, helping consumers and exploited individuals recognize and avoid coercive influence. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join us and our technical difficulties as we unravel the twistiness of deceptive practices. Let's go and actually talk about Frequence tonight. Oh, God. Here's what happened. Last night, I was for sure thinking that the person we were reacting to was in Frequence, because I left a comment on the Frequence video and they said, "Sounds like y'all need mushroom shit." And I was like, okay, you're in Frequence. And they're always so vague. I went to the website and I was like, well, I don't see. Sorry, I cannot. I was like, I don't see anything that says they're not in Frequence. So I was like, Frequence. And then we go live. I don't know, an hour in. And the video that we're watching of the testimonial, someone says an enagic, and I was like, no. And I was like, this cannot be happening. And then we pivoted, and it was fine, mostly. So if you're wondering the video from last night, why it says enagic, but we talk about Frequence for the first part, that is why. Sid, welcome to Illyria.
Horatio Gold, headmaster.
I don't know what my volume levels
very
are.
Pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Kayla said, everybody shut up, my show is on. Just ordered some Arby's. Dude, do you get the curly fries? Because the curly fries from Arby's slap. Especially if you reheat them in the air fryer if you're getting them delivered. If you're not getting them delivered, then that makes more sense that you just ordered them if you're in the takeout line. Arby's sounds so good. The Arby's sauce, delicious. Delicious. All right. Before we begin, and this is truly Frequence because we're watching the founder. What's a high and a low? My low was from last night when I found out that we were not reacting to a Frequence video, and my high was Aaron sending me an actual Frequence video to react to. So that's my high and my low. 13 months! Moving on up. Lucky number 13.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Kayla said, did I get curly fries? Does a bear shit in the woods? I'm glad that the right decision about fries was chosen. My low is that I've been sick. My high is I'm better. I love that. Good God, these MLM founders are the worst of the worst. Listen, trigger warning for people who have experienced trauma. What Barb says about past experiences having to be what they are is fuckery. You may get triggered by it. It may be hard to hear because it's fuckery. And I'm saying that word early on because it literally is fuckery. Hop out if you need to. Preserve and promote your emotional well-being. We will rage against Barb. Members and I already listened to a bit of it, and it's a no. I'm like, do we need to eat the mushroom stuff so we can chill out from the CEO throwing this shit at us? We don't know. High, you streamed. Low, everything else. You're so sweet, Broken Waffles. This was a secondary high. My high teaching DC a new Canvas skill this morning. I know. My mind is blown. Copying the effects or the styles from a picture and pasting it onto another picture. My mind is blown. High, I slept super well last night. Low, my workout didn't go as planned. Thank you so much. Aaron is in the chat. Here's Aaron's account. We have a Nightbot. It's a robot, but it's not actually a robot, but it does appear in the chat to link stuff for us. My sons like the crinkle fries. I don't claim them when we were at Arby's. I love that. I mean, you have to draw a line somewhere, Jill. Hi, I got an interview with Sephora. Low, my body aches so. I hope that you feel better soon. I hope the interview goes great. I think the hardest part of waking up from my MLM was coming to terms with the fact that the CEO did not actually want to empower women. They wanted to make money. Yeah. It was off. I mean, it was just like, what do you mean? What do you mean you've been lying to me this whole time? I get the same ragey feeling when I find out independent contractors still in their MLM lied directly to me in the live chat multiple times. That'll get me hot pretty fast. We will rage like Unikitty from the Lego movie. Yes. My high, I'm having tater tots for dinner. Avery, I love that. Secondary low, we don't have an Arby's. Broken Waffles. My condolences. I'm terrified for this interview. Yes, I hope. Yeah. Thank you. I washed it yesterday. And I brushed it today. Thank you so much. I have it pulled out of my face because we needed the hair out of the face for this nonsense. Let's look at the website first. I hope. So close. There we go. Sidekick. And we're going to turn those off. And we're going to turn this off. Love it. I'm like sighing already. We looked at this last night, but here we are again. Let me put the like count back up. Is it here? Yes. Thank you for looking the stream. It tastes like bad graphic design and I don't know. Just awful. Awful graphic design. There we go. Now we're even. Turn back the clock. We raged about this last night, but this logo, this font here is close to this, but these are not the same fonts. Now you may say to yourself, why would they do that? We don't know. Marina, why did you do that? How come y'all decided to go with this font on your new package for lots of other packaging? I don't know, Marina. Why? Why? We also talked about this last night, but if you're new here, oh, I keep saying that. I'm like, Ash, whatever her name is, ruined it for us. They did not do a photo shoot. Now you may be saying, They must have. They must have, DC. No. I don't know if they're hurting for money, and that could be just a story I'm telling myself. If we zoom in here, and I will try to make it not awful zooming situation like we had last night. I'm just gonna change the preference settings really quick so my mouse is not huge. It's still pretty big. That's okay. We see this. Okay, let's look at the direction of the sun, which is strange. So we have the light coming in. It's casting a shadow that appears on the back because there's some plants in front of the window. Fine. Let's say we trust the light. What am I doing? I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. That's fine. Let's say we, that's okay. Let's say we trust that this shadow's correct. Okay? Let's say we trust that. We then have this product that has no shadow essentially anywhere. You can see something a little bit right here, but no. Then you could say, oh, maybe the shadow's there. Why would the shadow be there? If the light's coming this way, why would the shadow be up here? If the light's coming this way and it's casting a shadow this way. And you could say, well, they put the light fine on the reavers. Okay. This is Photoshop. There's nothing wrong with Photoshop. I just find it interesting that a company as fresh as Frequence didn't do a photo shoot. Can we also drop a 1 in the chat? I'm sorry to be MLM here. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've seen Firefly with Nathan Fillion. I know a few of y'all saw him last night, but let me know how many people in the chat know about it so I can give you some background. Like 30 seconds of background. Oh my god, I love this. For us. 1, 1, 1. 3 of y'all. 4 of y'all. 5. All right. We'll just give a slightly backstory. Firefly was basically Space Cowboy, and it was awesome. And then there was a movie, Serenity. Anyways, if you've never seen it, go watch it. If you remember the bad group, like the antagonist in the series, there were more than one antagonist, but the really bad antagonists in the series were called Reaver or Reavers. Right? What does this remind you of? Obviously, Marina Simone and Barb Pitcock have never seen Firefly because you would never name a product this. My husband loves Firefly and I crocheted him a Jane hat. Oh my god, stop. Reavers? I know it's probably reverse. Can I just ask y'all a question? How come you left one vowel in and then you didn't leave anyone else? Why isn't it RVRS? You cosplay Zoe and Kaylee? I love this. Who named this? Was it Marina? Was it Barb? We don't know. This is expensive as hell, I'll tell you that right now. The packaging in Frequence, this is just my opinion, looks like a bad packaging job. It looks like they do this in-house and they don't do it well. I just thought this was wild. Like, do I need to make a ad campaign with the Reavers holding the Frequence Reavers? Because I'll do that. All right. Why is this font so different from this font? And this font is so different from the Frequence font. The tracking on this doesn't even match the tracking on here. Okay, that's fine. We did this last night. I will lightly touch on it. short touching of it. We've got our I know some of y'all were here last night. Marina, can I just draw your attention to the fact that you didn't line it shit up? No? Huh? What? Oh. Can I also draw your attention to the fact that your product packaging doesn't hit the same spot as the other product, even though it's the exact same number of ounces and the net weight? Who did this? Why is this so inconsistent? Why did you do this at different angles? This is so inconsistent, I cannot. Why did you do a frequence on the lid, then a frequence on the body of this? It doesn't make any sense. Why is this one done at a different perspective than this one? We don't know. We don't know. I'm just being a jerk. I'm being a partial jerk. I'm not being that much of a jerk. Thank you for looking the stream. Reavers with the product in the quote, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. Let's do a members on. Let's do that, and then we will post it tomorrow. You're critiquing. Also, like, all the colors don't necessarily go together. I don't understand. That's okay. These shadows aren't correct. What is... There's only this little thing playing? Okay. Sorry, I was distracted. I know some of y'all were in art. You don't have to have been in art to see this. You see this shadow and the direction it's going. Then you see this shadow. It's not in the same direction. Oh, good for you. They're like, they put a little frond on here. I don't think that this is still right. This is the closest one to being correct. This one is absolutely not correct. Literally, absolutely not. Look at this shadow. Look at this back here. This guy's wasn't even photographed in this picture. Okay. It's not, I don't even think it's the right shape. Correct. I don't know, it's sloppy. And you know what's frustrating? Yeah, that's great. We're like, oh, yay, anti-MLM. Another MLM has an awful website. It is disrespectful to the independent contractors that are keeping Frequence open every single month, that they have to suffer and show their customers this. I mean this. Really? Come on, dude. They are orange slices. They're dehydrated-ish orange slices. Good point, Broken Waffles. Can we direct your attention? 2 of them are not dehydrated. 1 of them is dehydrated. Marina? Who did this? And whoever checks Marina's work? Who did this? I'm irritated, obviously. Can I also just bring your attention to this crooked hell over here? Why does this happen? Why is the countertop going up? Oh, it's going up over here too. Like, you would fix that in post, wouldn't you? Oh yeah, I would have. You would have... Why is this one so faded and this one's bright white and this one's bright white? I don't even know. This is Marina, I think. Maybe it's not. I don't... Oh, and here's their awful straw. It doesn't even go in your mouth. You just chew on it. I don't even know. I just don't understand how these shadows are correct. All right, I'll show you one more thing. You've decided to have different tracking on this sentence than you do from the front. All right, this is the wild, awful thing. Let's say we go to bundles. No. What? Why is this the bundle? All products. Did she edit stuff from last night? Hold on. Oh, look, we have a cursor. I don't understand. This wasn't here last night, surprisingly. This $1,000? This is oddly. Oh, wait, here it is. So you notice we have some type of product description here. There's no product description under the Reverse to Gold bundle. There's no product description under the Reverse 3-pack bundle. There's no product description under the Rise and Vibe bundle. There is no product description on the Rise, Vibe, and Beanie bundle. There's no product description. Rise and Vibe, Rise and Vibe, Rise and Vibe. There's only a period to piss us off even more. Oh, wait. Rise, Vibe, and Reverse bundle. No product description. No product description. No product description. No product description. Maybe you're like, oh my God, DC. You just are a hater. There's no product description here. Oh, of course. The independent contractor did such a good job that you don't even need to know what you're buying. You don't need a description. Hell no. I think this is lazy. I think it's offensive to the independent contractors. And even if you don't feel that way, independent contractors, this is rude AF. Oh, wait, what's this? A bracelet for $175 that's gonna get your frequency aligned? Where's the product description? Oh, just trust us with $175 with one of the ugliest bracelets I've ever seen? That's just your opinion, DC. It's a commentary channel. It's all my opinion. Except for the fact that there's no product description on this item. Who did this drop shadow? Canva? Are you kidding me? Marina? Who did that adulterated etching? Look at how bad that looks. Men should be men's, just saying. Chelsea. They can't even write product descriptions. Maybe now are they going to be able to do good grammar? We don't know. Look how awful that is. If I was looking at the merch to approve it, this would not pass approval. It's awful. This is not their font. This is their font. This Frequence one. Anyways, they sell mushrooms and they sell magnetized Frequence bracelets, and they claim that they put frequencies in their products. They're nootropics. They've got face stuff. They've got essential oils-ish. They've got really bad necklaces, in my opinion. They've got a beanie you can buy. Oh, wait, look, it's free when you buy all this. Oh boy, I can get a beanie. Whatever sources. Oh, it's the minerals that make your water look like you're drinking out of a bog. And whatever this is. Why do you have Frequence here, and why do you have Frequence here, and why is this Frequence bigger than this Frequence? I don't even know. Anyways, back to Barb. I'm a little nervous. Why are you nervous, DC? Well, we got pretty hot earlier. We have a new media player. Let me just try to make this bigger. Okay, you're not gonna let me. Okay, please hold. I was like, you were so close, EJ. Not that close. All right. All media. If you don't know what that's from, it's from the parents who tricked their kids about the Halloween candy from a million years ago. And the younger brother goes, 2 plus 2, it is 5. And his brother goes, EJ, you were so close. We're back, baby. Imagine walking around with a digital antenna on your wrist. Yeah, I don't even know. Listen, before we start, I'm going to turn this off. And I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. This is the largest bust of Jesus I've ever seen mounted in someone's home. Now, you may be asking, oh, do you see, where did your brain go when you saw this mount? And I said, well, the only other mounted 3D object that I've seen in homes are taxidermied animals that are from hunting trips. And then I will let your brain combine the two. I'm so sorry. It no offense to any. It just happened, okay? It just happened. It's so if you this is a door. Doors are 36 inches wide. This Jesus is almost the width of the door. If you can I know, I'm burning my channel down. I feel the roasting happening right now. We have a new player that we can go frame by frame, which we're stoked about. We did bring this down from 39 minutes to 34 minutes because we don't have time for that. Unfortunately, Barb recorded this on a potato, so it's like 360p. So it's going to be blurry as hell. Happy Easter. Oh yeah, there's an earthquake. I don't know if they have earthquakes in Kansas though, which is probably why it's safer to. I mean, you probably can't be safe next to this bookcase. Can I just ask you this? Why the hell is there this pole here when that couldn't even support a ladder? Why would you even put this here? There's no function. Is it just supposed to be there for looks? But every time you look at it, you're like, where's the ladder? There is none because this won't support a ladder. That's not making her a bad MLM leader, though. I'm like, no, what she's about to say makes her a bad MLM leader. Okay. RIP. So at 41 seconds, we are going to have appeal to emotion. At 4 minutes, we're going to have appeal to emotion. At 1 hour, we're going to have appeal to authority. No. At 1 minute, we're going to have appeal to authority. At minute 5, we're going to have hasty generalization. At minute 8, we're going to have faulty cause, but post hoc ergo propter hoc. Minute 15, we're going to have bandwagon. Minute 16, we're going to have either or fallacy. Minute 29, anecdotal evidence. Minute 33, appeal to nature. So that can, I hope that keeps you excited for the rest of the stream. Pickle Nits, dear God. Oh, that would be so much better. A bust of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Yeah, I totally see it. I totally see it. Oh, I'm always looking at the booze behind Lushy, and DC is checking out the Jesus. Listen, we couldn't unsee it. We were very excited about this clock. Then I was like, these awards are very dangerous in an unstable ground condition. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't unsee it. But okay, we're ready. Hopefully this works.
Saturday morning, 9 a.m., no guts, no story. And here we are for another great day together. I wish that you were here with me in my house. I wish we were just sitting across from each other and we could just visit and talk.
Isn't that the point of Zoom, so we do not have to be in proximity to someone else? No? Am I the only... I mean, I like the idea of people, but, like, are they gonna be okay? I mean, I have new friends now who are very accepting of my quirks, but is someone gonna understand that, smells and textures can make me nauseous? And then they're gonna ask me, "Why aren't you eating? Why aren't you eating?" Or are they gonna understand, like, "Why are you wearing your headphones? You're being rude." Well, I mean, I need to wear them. She's gonna probably say, "Take your headphones off," or else, like, "That's being rude." And I'm gonna say, not really. Why are you wearing sunglasses inside?" Well well, I'm sorry. My neurodivergence hasn't been cured by your mushrooms yet, but I need to wear the sunglasses so that I don't become overstimulated, even though right now I'm overstimulated from all your questions. You know? Why are you wearing sweatshirt and sweatpants in the middle of summer? D We're not tracking on the theme of this conversation, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Zoom really is the safest bet for me, most of the time, except Jessica understands me. Ugh. What is that brown round thing on the shelf by the head? This? Oh, this right here? I wish I could zoom in. Let me zoom in this way. Oh dear God. Oh no, we're good. Live chat, best guesses. My guess is gonna be she went on a mission trip somewhere and she brought something back. And it's important to recognize what she did on the mission trip. And it looks like some type of carving of some kind. That's my best guess. That is my best guess. Zoom totally counts as spending time together. Jessica, love it. I like being around people, but my immune system doesn't. Hey, Margaret. My brother ate chicken thighs when he likes um chicken breasts, and I was not happy he didn't tell me because that's such an easy fix. That's the bread Jesus broke. Oh, Chelsea, you're so right. You're so right.
I don't know how far away from me you are. I know it's a very blistering cold day here in Kansas, and so many people are anticipating the next chapter, right? They're all saying it's about to be spring. Pretty soon it's going to be spring. And what I want you to do today is just think about where you're at right now. And let's talk about what it's going to take for you to be happy, for you to have peace, for you to be like, I love this season.
Not joining a commercial cult, not having to worry about month end. I don't know. Not having to continually buy inventory I don't need. Oh, wait, I'm already there. Being in therapy? Great. Therapy is wonderful.
I love where I'm at. I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm experiencing. I love the energy around me. And I want to help you with that. So, if you would do me a favor, if you would share this on your wall, today we're going to inspire some people
Honestly, Barb, I'm happy to help. We're sharing it to YouTube for you. You're welcome.
to
Margaret, we said that earlier on members only. We're like, I'm not sure what denomination Barb is, but our first guess was that.
feel good, to feel worth it, that they are enough. They are loved, they are accepted, they have everything they need to really shine. And I'm reading a great book right now. How many of you are readers? Anybody reading a great book? And I'm not talking about 50 Shades of Grey, or as my daughter says, my fairy book. I love a good book and a good story. And
I love that we are here where Barb is telling us what counts as a book and what doesn't count as a book. Because words in a book that she doesn't approve of is a pretend book. And books that she approves of that keep us in a commercial cult, of course, are books she approves of. That makes total sense.
I've
Nice,
read a
Pickle
lot of
Nits.
great books and great stories, but I want to ask you, like, what are you reading right now or listening to that's actually helping you become a better version of yourself?
I'm listening to multi-level marketing leaders just spout fuckery, and that's helping me become a better person. Oh wait, that's probably the wrong answer.
You can still do the fiction and you know, all the fun books, but what are you
I'm not gonna keep pausing it this much, but I'm like, I love that Barb is giving us permission to read books that she doesn't approve of. Thanks for your stamp of approval. I'll get right with you and letting you know what my reading list is.
putting in right now to make you feel worth it, that you are enough to truly achieve your goals and dreams? Because if you don't think you're worth it, you're surely right. And that
She just said, if you don't think you're worth it, you're surely right. We're at minute 144. We've already missed a couple of the appeal to emotion. She said, and I want to help you with that, so if you would do me a favor, if you would share this on your wall, today we're going to inspire some people to feel good, to feel worth it, that they are enough, that they are loved, that they are accepted, they have everything they need to really shine. This is an appeal to emotion as the speaker is trying to manipulate the audience's emotions rather than presenting logical arguments. The speaker is using positive emotions to encourage sharing and engagement with the content. Appeal to emotion, because we're in alphabetical order. Wait, appeal to emotion. What is the appeal to emotion fallacy? Manipulating emotions instead of presenting logical arguments is the appeal to emotion. For example, think of the children. How can you vote against this bill? The second one, that is about appeal to authority, and I'm reading a great book right now. How many of you are readers? Anybody reading a great book? And I'm not talking about 50 Shades of Grey, or as my daughter says, my fairy book. The speaker implies that their choice of reading material gives them authority on the topic of self-worth and success, which is an appeal to illegitimate authority. Barb? I'm looking for it. What is the appeal to authority fallacy, or illegitimate authority? Fallacy is due to an appeal to someone in authority, but who has no special knowledge in the area they are discussing, or due to tradition or rumors. For example, we must invade country Z because singer A, the most famous singer in the world, says we should. We're just rocking and rolling today. Let's get back to it. Barb? You know, Barb the Great Dane is much more enjoyable to watch than Barb, the founder of Frequence.
is just a sad situation. Last night, I was cleaning out our office. We have a manufacturing facility down the hill, and we've had it for many, many years. And what happens after many, many years is you accumulate lots and lots of stuff. So that office was a place where I was literally dialing for dollars, like trying to call salons and boutiques and people I met at market, just Rubbermaids full of business cards. And it was funny because I was looking back through all the ticket books. It was kind of sad because
Yes,
a lot
Jenny.
of the writing was my mother-in-law saying, so and so called, met Barb at Atlanta, met Barb at Las Vegas, met Barb at Dallas, met Barb at New York, New York. And I was looking through all these old boxes of stuff, and I came across this dream board. Now, on Mother's Day, Dave in Brooklyn built me this huge dream board that's wood that takes up half the wall. And looking at it, there's a lot of things on that board that we have achieved, like almost everything. And there's some things that we have achieved, they just look different or a different timeline. And my niece, Lacey, who runs the whole office down there, she was there, and I said, ugh, looking at that dream board. And there was one particular dream, and it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just my grandkids were photoshopped in a picture at Atlantis. And I said, it doesn't matter how hard I try. It's like I just cannot accomplish that one. And she goes,
I'll let her finish.
but you did take them to Hawaii, and they did go for Kylie's engagement, and they did experience Alani Disney. Like she was reminding me of everything I did instead of me looking at the one thing that I didn't accomplish. Now, how
Going to Hawaii is not cheap. You got to bring your kids to Hawaii, and they, I think, have gone multiple times from what she was saying. And she's saying that she doesn't feel successful as a parent because she didn't, on top of all of that, take her kids to whatever, Disney Atlantis? Am I out of touch? I don't understand. Can someone explain this to me? Ugh. Straight to numpty jail, man.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
Oh my god. Mary gifted 5 DC memberships. Yes, thank you so much.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard
You wanted to see me?
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Welcome to Monkey Butt and Pikachu Karen, Nick, Tenacious P, Skulltree, and I think that's 5. She's humble bragging. Oh. I took my daughter on our first vacation together last summer. I was never able to afford it before then, and I don't feel like a shitty parent because of it. Coconuts? I love that. I'll play devil's advocate. Parents sometimes have very high expectations of themselves, even if they're illogical. Never mind the fact that MLMs always encourage you to want more and more. That's a great additional view. I'm considering it. Let me keep thinking on it. That's a really good additional thought.
How many of you are guilty of this? Like you set a goal and you know what you want, but then you get home and it doesn't happen for whatever reason. And then you start to notch away at yourself that you didn't show up at the gym, you didn't wake up and read, you didn't make the calls, you didn't do whatever it is. And so you go to an event or you get on a call and your belief is up here like, I'm going to do it. And then when you don't do it, what happens is it really affects your self-confidence. And so a lot of people are self-confident. They know that they are good at what they do, but then they don't feel worthy because of something that's happened in their past. And I'm going to
Self-compassion. I'll die on this hill. I will die on this hill. Self-compassion is more effective than self-confidence because you can be compassionate towards yourself even when you feel shitty about yourself. And it's hard to feel confident about yourself when you feel shitty about yourself. You can, when you not have that toxic practice, but if you can have that, what is a moment I showed myself compassion? Even when you feel broken and low, if you struggle with your mental health like I do, even if it takes you a long time to think about it, oh yeah, I was compassionate to myself. I was compassionate to myself here. It's a game changer, truly. I mean, I'm not a therapist, but it's been game changing for me.
tell you a great quote that really set me free. It said, true forgiveness is realizing that the past couldn't have been any different than how it turned out.
You know, we listened to this part this morning, and I didn't think that I was going to get as mad as I did this morning. But here I am, feeling anger again. Let me go back a few frames. I will do my best. Oh, she's going way too slow.
And so a lot of people are self-confident. They know that they are good at what they do, but then they don't feel worthy because of something that's happened in their past. And I'm going to tell you a great quote that really set me free. It said, "True forgiveness is realizing that the past couldn't have been any different than how it turned out." And really
What about people who've experienced trauma? Are they supposed to then accept the past as it couldn't have been any other way, but it had to be that? What? No, it's awful. How do you I, obviously I'm not a therapist. I'm just in the like the deepest parts of my soul. I feel angry about this idea to tell people that they should accept their past, that it couldn't have been any other way, as if it's a stamp of approval, or if it's a stamp of acceptance of evil that has happened to you as a person, your trauma, because everyone always has a choice. And that awful person could have chosen to do differently and they didn't. But that doesn't mean that you had to go through that. Hey, Retro, I don't understand. I don't love the idea of people in positions of power telling individuals that the past couldn't have been any different than it was. Yeah, it could have. It could have been different. Maybe it wasn't up to your control for it to be different, but you can say what happened to me was evil. It was fuckery. It shouldn't have happened. Someone who committed this crime against me or whatever, they were wrong for doing that. We can't change the past, but it's okay to feel bad about it not being different. Okay, K-Bird, that's great. And Melissa said this morning, forgiveness doesn't mean it doesn't mean escaping the consequences of your behavior. And I like that idea. I kind of recoil against the idea that somebody in a position of power where there's a power imbalance is going to tell me, oh, you need to walk in forgiveness. I don't know. And maybe there's somebody in the chat who can say it differently and better than I can. I'm having a hard time articulating the feeling that I'm experiencing. I also don't love this conversation being in a multi-level marketing company. I don't know why we're talking about this. I don't know why she's talking about this. Someone in Frequence, I don't understand. Yeah, and Melissa was saying earlier, like, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that they escape the consequences, but it's just, and Melissa said, welcome to Christian Thought Stopping 101. And the twistiest part is, if you've grown up in a high control setting and something evil has happened to you, something horrible has happened to you, an event that led to trauma happened to you, and nobody was there to cry with you, to scream with you, to be outraged and angry and support you and sit in silence with you, but someone who said, like, this shouldn't have happened, and I'm sorry it did, that you end up with people like Barb or people in, again, high control settings where they say, well, have you thought about forgiving them? Have you thought about completely accepting the past? That it couldn't have been any different? I mean, maybe this is the brokenness in me. Maybe it's maybe it is my autism that I can hold a grudge so long. But I'm feeling like her ideas and what she's saying are just rubbing up against my strong beliefs about fairness and justice and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, apologies. If you're welcome to share a triggering event. If you could just do TW assault, TW loss, TW, like do the category first and then you type your comment. Your comment is welcome. Just if someone else doesn't have the spoons or they can't read it because of their own event, they can skip over it if they need to.
Understanding that your timeline on this planet has nothing to do with your expectation, or it does, have to do with your expectation, but nothing to do with your plan, and everything to do with God's plan. And your
Oh my God. Has nothing to do with your plan and everything to do with God's plan. What? I must have like glazed over that this morning. What? Hello? What do you mean has nothing to do with your plan and everything to do with God's plan? How appropriate that she's doing praying hand symbols right now. Again, if you're an ethical Christian, great. If you don't participate in coercive control, great. If you're aware of power imbalances and you use your influence to balance the power or speak up against it, great. Lovely. Love to hear that. The vulnerable people in your life or that you're around love to hear that.
higher power knew before you got on the ground, like this is going to be the trajectory of their life.
No. Okay, if we're going to go that route, then theology, what happens to choice? If you're going to talk theology, if you're going to make twisty statements, if you're going to die on that hill of like the trajectory of your path, you have free will. You have free will. You have free will according to the theology in the Bible. You have free will. So you can choose at any point. You can choose at any point. You can choose differently at any point. The evil person could have chosen a not evil action at any point. God did not ordain trauma in your life. He did not. What exactly does this have to do with mushrooms and essential oils? Broken waffles? Great question. And if someone has told you that your past has like, that's what God ordained. Fuck that. You can just remember my voice in your head when someone tells you that again. You can just, inside thought, fuck that. No thanks. That's wrong. That's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's wrong. And yeah, Christianity relies on the theology of free will. I just don't understand. Are the mushrooms impacting your ability to understand the theology of your religion? Oh, that was mean. Oh, my bad.
So why do we spend our whole life trying to change people, fix people, wish people were different? People have
6 months? Of course we need a break of moving on up. Thank you so much.
Well, we're moving on up.
Sorry, that was loud.
To the east side, to the deluxe apartments in the sky.
Also, the what's it called? The tagline of Frequence is your highest self, which is hilarious because highest could mean your best self or your most high self. You know what I mean? I thought that was delightful. Honestly, if someone says that, fuck that can also be an outside thought. Maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable saying fuck that in church, though. I mean, if you want to, go for it.
to learn lessons. That's how they grow. People
No. We need to rewind this. This is the worst part that we heard this morning so far. We only listened to like 5 minutes of it. We were raging the whole time.
your timeline on this planet has nothing to do with your expectation, or it does, have to do with your expectation, but nothing to do with your plan, and everything to do with God's plan. And your higher power knew before you got on the ground, like this is going to be the trajectory of their life. So why do we spend our whole life trying to change people, fix people, wish people were different? People have to learn lessons. That's how they grow. People have to be conditioned. That's how they get strength.
I wish I could say that this mindset was only happening with Barb Pitcock and only happening in Frequence. This happens in so many MLMs, but let me be clear. The idea that God or a higher power or that you have to go through trauma to learn some type of lesson and to build some type of resilience or whatever she said. Hell no. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. You're rationalizing evil in the world. You're rationalizing evil in the world. You're trying to make sense of people overcoming or learning to live with their trauma, that there's some type of reason for that. There's no reason for evil things to happen to you. Evil people make evil decisions. I say evil people. People who continually choose to harm others from a criminal perspective. No. You did not have to go through that. And I'm sorry that people like Barb are telling you. Yeah, Calvinism breaks my brain, too. Conditioned. Yeah, I think she's saying, like, you need to go through hard things so that you can be conditioned to withstand the pressures of the world. Yeah, Calvinism is pretty twisty, in my opinion. It's very twisty. You can read about it on Wikipedia, but it's very twisty. It's twisty to say that all of your actions are already laid out. Then what's free will? And they'll have an answer for that too. And no one should go through trauma to learn. No one has to go through trauma to learn. Some people just learn how to live their existence in spite of trauma.
People have to fail. That's how they get the tenacity to know that they can keep on going and keep on going. So
Sorry, I didn't change back. She's saying people have to learn lessons. That's how they grow. People have to be conditioned. That's how they get strength. People have to fail. That's how they get the tenacity to know that they can keep on going and keep on going. Again, this is an appeal to emotion. We already played that slide. I don't think we need to play it again. Again, appeal to emotion, as the speaker is using emotional language about growth, strength, and perseverance to support their argument rather than presenting logical evidence. And I don't think there's logical evidence to support the idea that your trauma had to happen so that you could learn all the things. So that you could learn growth, you could learn strength, you could learn perseverance. This is twistier than a pig's tail. David, love it. Oh yeah, no, well, high control can be a type of that. It could be an appeal to faith. TLDR, an MLM lady being completely insensitive about trauma to promote her mushrooms. Broken waffles? Perfect. If y'all don't want to watch anymore, here's the TLDR. This is an MLM lady, the founder of Frequence, who's being completely insensitive about trauma to promote her mushrooms. The end. We're done here.
night, there were so many things that I was reflecting on in this room full of stuff, 20 years of things. But there was this dream board, and it was so funny, guys, because this was 2015. In my goal.
Randy? Is Randy Schroeder in the... Randy Schroeder, can you please come to the front of the grocery store? Randy Schroeder, please come to the front of the grocery store. Barb seems to have one of your whiteboards. Barb seems to have one of your whiteboards. Thank you. If you don't come to collect this by end of day, it will go in the trash can. Have a good day. Oh my God.
Was to become a black diamond with 1 million in volume. And I was literally laughing talking to Dave. I said, God has such a funny sense of humor, because I don't even remember that being the name of a rank in 2015. But this was my game plan, right? This was my game plan. It was a time in my life when I was starting at zero. A lot of things that I thought were going to be a certain way weren't. I was promised a lot of things that didn't happen. And I made a decision that at the time I was like, I just made the biggest mistake of my life. I was growing. I was learning. I had to know what I didn't want in order to know what I
It is missing the rollerblade, though. You are totally right, Lorne.
wanted. And looking on here, it's so funny because there was Dave's best friend, Bert. Man, I was counting on him. My son, Chance, who was 19 years old. My mother-in-law, Cindy, who didn't ever want to be successful in network marketing. She only wanted to use a product, not go out and build a team. A random guy that I had just met because he did a private label with us, and he owned a network marketing company, and we were making his essential oils. And then there was this JB. And this was me trying to convince someone that if they started an LLC, I could help them. And this was my game plan to get to 1 million a month in volume. Now I will.
If they started an LLC, what? Is there an accountant in the house? This is a hasty generalization, she said, and looking here, it's so funny because there was Dave's best friend, and I was counting on him, my son Chance, who was 19 years old, my mother-in-law Cindy, who didn't even want to be successful in network marketing. Barb is making a hasty generalization about people's motivations and desires based on limited information or personal experiences. I'm like, what is the hasty generalization fallacy? Making a conclusion based on insufficient evidence is the hasty generalization fallacy. For example, I met 2 rude French people. All French people must be rude. It's interesting. We look at Barb's recruiting technique behind me, and she has grabbed her husband's best friend. So you have an appeal, you have a connection there. So if he decides to not order, you can pressure him to order. You have her son Chance, again, she's building her downline of consistent people so none of her legs die. And then you have her mother-in-law, another family member who probably has to order, so Barb's, again, legs will not die. A leg meaning someone on her front line who is going to have a downline. You have Stan, some type of business owner of multi-level marketing, and then you have whatever the last category is. If this works, how come you have to continue to recruit your friends and family? What? I don't know. I just have questions. Barb?
Tell you, we did accomplish our goal, but it didn't happen like this. And the person I least expected to really take off and go crazy was my son Chance. He became the #1 person. He was leading all the millennials. He was literally breaking records. And here's what's really funny. Over here was my daily score. I mean, you got to know the score. Some people still don't know how to do this. But on day 1, I had 7 new people. On day 2, I had 8 new customers. On day 3, I had 8. Down here, about the 14th, it was 12. But on the 15th, it was only 3. And then on the 16th, it was 10. There was one day it was 17. Now, what if I was gauging my worth based on the day that I only had 3 customers, 3 new people that joined my team. Do you know, there was a time where I used to go down to the shed in that room and I would call random salons that had never bought from me before, because that was my main market. And I would say, this is Barb Pitcock. I was just calling you. You know, I have a product that I think you could benefit from. And I would literally just wing it. And I would get hung up on. I would get no. I would get, where did you get my number? And it was funny because the only reason why I kept dialing when my self-worth was like, you're not enough, you're not going to make it, you're stupid, it's not going to work. The only reason that I kept going was because of the dream. So I turned to the next page of this flip chart and it's quite comical. Oh, dang, it just ripped off.
Oh, dang it. Something that's 10 years old lost the... Forget it. Oh my god. I don't know. In multi-level marketing, 99.6% of people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. But how did she win? Well, she had her son sign up. She had her mother-in-law sign up. She had her husband's best friend sign up. I don't know. She was able to order for all those people, in my opinion. She could keep all of her legs active. And again, if you don't keep a leg active, meaning you sign someone up, they're on your first line. That person creates a downline. If the person on the first line, like her son Chance, doesn't order, that leg dies. Not fully, it just has to. It gets restructured automatically because her son doesn't order. He can end up ordering next month, but he kills that leg that month. Young Living, you have to have 6 legs to hit Royal Crown Diamond, and I think they have to be doing $1.5 million a month in each leg. If one of those people at the top do not order, that leg dies. So then they can't make the rank that month. I don't know. I hate it here. People don't know how to do this. Barb, everyone is doing this. Yes. 100%. 100%. I mean, ask the Monet girlies. What are the rank names in Frequence? That's a great question. Let me look up. Let us go over here. Do. Fuckery. Oh, just kidding. It says Frequence. Frequence compensation plan. August 2024. So relatively recent, version 7. Oh, I need to probably move up. Sorry. Unlock. Okay. Compensation plan. Do we notice this font? Why do we have this font then? Let's look at the M. It's a different font. Oh, no, it's not, DC. I mean, it looks different to me. What do I know? It might just be the bold. It might just be very unclear. The ends do look similar. But this end doesn't have a difference in thickness from this guy here. The A's are similar. What do I know? Probably nothing. This is lined up. Good for you, Marina. Why is the 4 a different black? How do you know that, DC? That's such a great question. Whoops. I dragged it to the wrong thing. Sorry. I'm pretty sure it's different. I'm probably wrong. I was wrong so much yesterday. It sure does look different. Where are... Whoa, that's a real big. All right, we're gonna do. This one is the 3. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong. Now I'm like, I'm so nervous now. I don't trust myself anymore. It's probably just thicker. I'm totally wrong. Marina, good for you. Doesn't the 4 look different though? I'm like, what's the hex color? Just give me the hex color. It's not going to give it to me. Oh well. Marina, 1 on your side of the column. What the hell? You why did you take these at different angles? It's differently condensed for sure. It looks bolder. Chelsea. Why are the how did this spacing happen? Balance and source are really close to each other. Then source and sync are almost creating a tangent. Balance is overlaid on sync, but it's creating a tangent with the white cap and the edge of sync. Marina, did you do this? Why? This would look way better if you just lined them all up. I know this is lined up, the one with the edge. This doesn't make sense to me though, because personal savings, I think, should be what lines up with the affiliate. That's just me. Because of this is also something that I would visually center, not actually center. I don't even know if it's actually centered. I mean, she lined this up. Good for you. Okay, customer, affiliate, copper affiliate, bronze affiliate, silver. They just died on the hill of affiliate. Silver affiliate, gold affiliate, platinum affiliate, double platinum affiliate, triple platinum affiliate, diamond affiliate. Can the person with the lack of creativity for naming the ranks in Frequence come to the front of the store? Marina Simone, please come to the front of the store, or Barb Pitcock. Thank you. They're just like, we're affiliates. No, you're a multi-level marketing company. Stop using white text on top of light beige. But they love it. They love it so much. This is like, I'm sure it's not wrong. It's just the way that this logo is. You know, this is probably why the period after Frequence is probably why they were so attached to periods in the empty product descriptions. Sorry. Compensation plan, compensation plan. Why did you do this too like that? Why is the two... I am gonna do this. I'll just be petty. No, stop. I don't know. I'm just learning. Okay. Is this really gonna take down MLMs DC? Probably not. I'm just trying to go to the bottom of it. Stop. Nope. Sorry, please hold. This is hard to do in a streaming program. The one does not look centered, but it was probably like this. The one should have been, I think, visually aligned. Like this part of the one, the big part of the one should be centered. The 2 is not. Okay, maybe it's right. Marina, good for you. This is not how I would center this. You need to visually center it. It needs to go up. I mean, this is more space than this. Never mind. Point removed, Marina. Do we have any widow words yet? Good for you. Example, Rachel, $5 first order bonus paid. Allison, $20 first order bonus paid. Monica, $100 first order purchased. How come the arrows are going this way? Why are we doing this font with this? This is like a condensed bold font. Why did y'all do that? Three looks strange too. At least you're consistent. Affiliate. Rachel is a gold affiliate, which means she's at a 25% affiliate level bonus, and one of her downline affiliates, Allison, is a copper affiliate, which is 10% affiliate level bonus. Rachel would earn 15%, 25% minus 10% on Allison's group sales for the month. You're telling me that this is an affiliate program? Is this how affiliates work? I don't think so. Oh my god, this 4. This is... Forget it. Marina. Gold affiliate. Oh, what is this? Would this be levels? Level 1, level 2, level 3. You notice they have ranks here, but they don't have like line levels for your recruits. They get paid on 6 levels down when they get up to diamond affiliate and triple platinum affiliate. Oh, what's Chelsea saying? Affiliate should be affiliates. Stop. I'm sure that I missed all of this. Affiliates refer. The referring affiliates refer. Never mind. You've lost a point, Monica. I mean, Marina, whatever your name is. Referring affiliates refer. Not only does it need an apostrophe, someone needed to copy to read the copy. Someone needed to read the copy. My eye is twitching. Stop.
Monica is on Dave's first level. I'm sorry, get your SAT prep out, okay? Take notes. Monica is on Dave's first level, and she spends $100 on her personal order. Dave gets paid 5% on $100, which is a delightful commission of $5 hairs. Mary is on Dave's second level, and she spends $50 on her personal order. Dave gets paid 5% on the $50, which is, guess what? $2.50. Jane is also on Dave's second level, and she spends $150 on her personal order. Dave gets paid 5% on the $150, which is, stay with me, $7.50. Jim is on Dave's second level, and he spends $100 on his personal order. Dave gets paid 5% on the $100, which is, you guessed it, $5 whole. Ross is on Dave's third level, and he spends $200 on his personal order. Dave gets paid 5% on the $200, which is, yes, you heard it here first, folks, $10 whole. Wow. Wow. Ah.
What? I don't want to be a part of Frequence. I mean, I don't want to be a part of Frequence because multi-level marketing, but also like this commission is atrocious in my opinion, in my experience. What just happened? Why is I'm not sure what's happening with my camera, but dear God, please stop. Oh, not again. That's okay. Crisis averted. I don't even know. Oh, that's the legacy bonus. Sorry. Then you get team rewards. Oh, Barb, Marina, I'm so sorry. I messed up. This is the extra. This is some of the delightful extra monies you get. Y'all are probably screaming at me in the chat. Leave me out of this. David's like, I'm not doing SATs anymore. These are big ticket. As the Enagic people say, low ticket. And Enagic stuff is big ticket. High ticket. Sorry. Yep. Chelsea, 100%. I know that y'all are just asking about the names, and now we're like going through the comp plan. First order pool. You know what? I will link this. I will show some moderation. Here is the PDF if y'all would like to look at it. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Oh no, we lost our light count. 62, let's go. You were so close, EJ. Is this it? Yes. Barb's back. Oh. No? Ma'am? Was she not sized this whole time? I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh. That's okay. Lapses are not losses. That's okay. Barb and her dream board. Inspired by Randy Schroeder. But it's not MLM. Yeah. And a skunk by any other name will still spray your parents' dumb dog. So he stinks up the entire house.
I used to have to make all the people be in the right area. So I didn't just have people I wanted to do something with. I had to have Riley.
Excel? Have you heard of an Excel spreadsheet? No? Oh, sorry. My bad. Hyperlinking the different sheets so that you could populate, I don't know, a logic tree, an org chart? No? Sorry, my bad.
And Hayden in Brooklyn, my daughter.
I know y'all had an Excel. I know y'all had Excel in 2015. I'm like, oh, we probably didn't have that back in the day. 2015, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I was like, you got to get your friend Jenna, right? And this was such a job. Such a job, you guys. I can't even believe.
Really? How come everything you do is such a job and then the people who are in your company are not doing such a job? Oh, do they have it easy? Sorry, my bad. Marina? I hate to bring this up as we've gotten off the comp plan, But your alignment, you have lost yet another point. What happened? What happened to the alignment? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me grab my ruler. Are we just not aligning shit now? Hello? I was like, oh my god, Marina's way more consistent here. Hello? Oh, we hate it. We hate it. We hate it. Yeah. Marina? No.
I made it. But my two goals were to pay off $8,000 to the Hilton Hotel so I could host a New Year's retreat. We lost money every year, but I did it anyway. I'll let all these people come for $99. Just
Barb, you're such a saint. You're such a giver. You let people come for $99 and it really cost you $8,000? Oh my god. I should have put the compensation plan down. I'm sorry. Last one. Until I look at something else. What happened? What happened here? What? Look at the last line. What happened? Was there an invisible, was there a white box that was eating up the bottom row of the text? Marina? Please update the comp plan because it needs a little bit of help. Maybe, ChatGPT can help you out. No, because Q and Y and P. My personal favorite alignment is chaotic good. I love that. Then don't spend $8,000 on the auditorium if you're going to complain about it and tell us how much of a good human you are for doing that. No thanks. What are we at? 8:24? Oh, we're about to run into a post hoc ergo propter hoc. Let's go.
I could sew into them and then I would pay their meal and then the hotel.
Then I would pay their meal and then I would do something super awesome and no one was grateful and I had to spend a lot of money. No, you didn't. Really? I'm sure your team is just stoked to be hearing this right now.
Hotel would charge me an extra 20%. It was so funny thinking about this. And then after I paid the money to the hotel was Chance's car. We blew the motor because we were late to Callie's game and we didn't stop to put oil on our way back from a convention that we shouldn't have even driven to. And it was clear in LA. I looked at the next chart. My goal was to help 7 people get their dreams and goals. The next
Only 7 when you're doing $1 million a month? You're saying you only want to help 7 people and you want to get your volume to $1 million a month and you don't think you can help more than 7 people? Huh. Were those 7 people independent contractors? How much were you trying to help people learn how to sell the product? Oh, you weren't? What is that? A schmearmage meme? Okay.
page, I had made a random list of people that I thought might be the one. But the next page is where
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is real life. This was in 2015. She's the OG Randy Schroeder. What is the color codedness of this? I don't understand the colors. Also, none of these colors are the colors of the letters. I mean, they are for y'all.
really got crazy, guys. Looking here, I knew that if I helped enough other people get what they wanted, I would have everything I dreamed of. So instead,
I knew if I helped other people get what they wanted, then I would get everything I dreamed of. Barb? I don't think this is true, and here's why. If you convince your downline to buy volume and occasionally sell to customers, The volume that you're bringing in, that $1 million a month, you're going to get paid commission off of it. If your team is inventory loading and they never move that product to a customer, guess what? You still win. Oh my God. I knew.
I knew that if I recruited a bunch of people, I would get what I want.
Wow, so being selfish, it's not about them at all. It's just about pretending to care because you get something out of it. I'm shocked. Sarcasm. Did we not understand that Excel existed? That you could have created a hyperlinked table, an if-then situation, an if-then instruction that if somebody's volume ended up being above a certain level, that it would have highlighted green or whatever, and like she could have updated this, and then she could have looked at the whole month view on one tab and then the individual months on the other tabs, and then it could have all been like an interactive Excel. No? We're gonna just write it out. Barb? The technical, I don't know, jumps that you've made, astounding.
Instead of my goals, I had all of them and I had all of their goals.
Oh, Emberry, here's the TLDR. Barb was helping others get what they want so that she could get what she wants. It's just, she's a giver.
I had their phone number. I had their birthday. I had their anniversary. I had their email. I wrote down their goals and dreams. And do you want to know what happened?
You were a high control group leader and then you were able to love bomb them? Is that what? I had their birthday. I had their email. I had their... What? We realized this, like, if anybody else was saying this outside of an MLM, like, a little creepy. A little creepy. That's what we will call it, a giver.
Past anything we ever dreamed of.
I love bomb people, or I love bombed people, and they bought volume, and we, meaning her husband and her, were able to make a shitload of commission. And I got everything back that I wanted because my team was ungrateful for me buying the event space, renting the event space, and the giver and me paying for their lunch, and the giver and me, because my team was ungrateful. I don't really want my boss to know my hopes and dreams.
Believed that they were worth it, that I would sacrifice my time, that I would drive the miles, that I would get on the call, that I would...
I'm sorry to say this, and I'm sorry if this is like an inside and appropriate thought. The cult leaders, high control group leaders, their thinking is very similar to this. I'll rewind it. This is a much better player than QuickTime and... Oh, sorry. Why rewound it? My bad.
Where it really got crazy, guys. Looking here, I knew that if I helped enough other people get what they wanted, I would have everything I dreamed of. So instead of my goals, I had all of them and I had all of their goals. I had their phone number. I had their birthday. I had their anniversary. I had their email. I wrote down their goals and dreams. And do you want to know what happened? We surpassed anything we ever dreamed of. I believed that they were worth it, that I would sacrifice my time, that I would drive the miles, that I would get on the call, that I would get on the Zoom. And when I helped enough other people know that they were worth it, I had more than I could possibly spend. Now, a month.
Oh. When I believed they were worth it, even if they weren't worth it, then they felt they were worth it, and then I had more than I could possibly spend. Wow. Just get you right in the feels. Mother trucker. What are we even watching? What is it? A Star is Born? A Cult is Born? I don't know. I'm not a cult leader. Ma'am? You realize how twisty this sounds? I know everything about this person, so I know how to motivate them in a way that they will do what I want, and I did this from the beginning so I could get what I want. If Your daughter or if your son was dating someone and they said all this stuff about your kid, that would be a little twisty, right? Be like, "Oh, that's kind of it's kind of twisty." A Cult is Born starring Barb. Is there like production posters of A Star is Born? Does Barb need to be on it?
Ago, I was on an inner circle call. We have an inner circle call with leaders.
Yeah, we have a great company where we teach others how to love bomb their downlines, and it's incredible. And Marina makes all of our PowerPoint presentations. And we don't have anyone to review the copy because hashtag apostrophe hashtag or hashtag not hashtag quote apostrophe quote or quote period quote. It's an inner circle call. Yes. A lot of MLMs have them. Mary Kay has them. This company has them. Body had them.
On our team that are serious. And on my back,
There's people on our team that are actually serious, and all of y'all who are not serious, y'all can go pound sand because y'all aren't worth anything. You're only worth something if I say you're worth something. That's the vibe I'm getting from her, and I could be wrong.
wall today, behind the calendar, there's
No, she has a whiteboard. No. Randy, if you are missing your whiteboard, please come to the front of the store. Randy, if you have misplaced your whiteboard, please come to the front of the store. Barb Pitcock seems to have picked it up. Thank you. Oh my God. It's blocking the closet. Oh my God. Boy. I don't even know what to say. Other than that trim stain is really orange. And looks really strange next to the fake ladder bracket on the bookcase. That's okay, it's not my house.
80 people's names and what was their word for the year. So when I take this count,
Have you never heard of an Excel spreadsheet that could what's it called? You could create an interface or whatever with Google. Like Google Calendar? No? What? You guys, Jesus is watching over her whiteboard and her calendar. Yeah. In the blue ink. Randy Schroeder's also missing his whatever whiteboard marker. Hi, Tori.
calendar down. All I see is everybody else's dream.
Fuck you, calendar. I'm gonna show you my awesome whiteboard. That's for sure Randy Schroeder's whiteboard. Watch this.
What was their word for the year? So when I take this calendar down, all I see is everybody else's dreams. Everybody
Fuck you, calendar. Get away. Oh, sorry, M. Barry's parents. I cuss a lot. Y'all are incredible. Oh, the cursey words are leaking out of me right now.
else's goals, everybody else's affirmation.
I mean, that whiteboard is quite large.
And I want to ask you, if somebody said to you, I believe you are worth it, I will make.
Let me tell y'all this, live chat. You have inherent worth because you're a human. That's it. You don't have to do extra shit. You don't have to be successful in your company. You have an inherent worth. Full stop. The end. And maybe you have people in your life that remind you like you have worth, and it has nothing to do with how much money you make, and it has nothing to do if you have a job or not. It has nothing to do if you have a lot of friends or not. You just have inherent worth. An MLM leader doesn't need to tell you that for you to feel like for you to have more worth. An MLM founder doesn't need to tell you that for you to feel like you have more worth, because you don't. It might make you feel your feels. You have inherent worth as you are right now.
Mentor you. I will coach you. I will give you everything you need to succeed. What would your
No.
response be? What would
That's a carrot she's dangling. Like, what would you say if I told you that I was going to be your mentor? Ma'am, you're the founder of a company. You have too much time on your hands. In my opinion.
your response be? Because the only reason you're freaking miserable is because you're not believing that you're worth it.
Or therapy, or trauma that you're trying to get over, or I don't know, medical stuff you're trying to get over, or current trauma that you're trying to get over, or I don't know, a bad work situation that you're trying to, live with. Sometimes you're just living with it. Sometimes you're just living with chronic pain. Sometimes you're living with mobility issues. Sometimes you're living with like super unhealthy familial relationships or friendships, or maybe you don't have friendships. And she's saying, meh, meh, meh. Socioeconomic situations, yes. Too much time and too many whiteboards. Probably too much time and too little whiteboards. She probably would like more whiteboards.
Only reason you would stay stuck.
Interestingly enough, I don't know why she doesn't hang her whiteboard off of that fake ladder rail. Then she could have it right in view of the camera. Need to quit your job? I'm your gal. Jessica, I think I'm grateful every day. The world is on fire. My mental health is crap. Barb.
Is because you're letting all the people around you determine if you're going to be happy, skinny.
She just told us that she's the one that's determining or going to tell us if we have value or not. And then she's saying, oh, other people are telling you your worth. Barb just told us that she's going to tell us our worth. Oh, we forgot post hoc ergo propter hoc. At 8 minutes 35 seconds, she said, we blew the motor because we were late to Kylie's game. And we didn't stop to put oil on our way back from a convention that we shouldn't have even driven to. The speaker assumes that being late to a game and not stopping for oil directly caused the motor to blow, which may be a false cause fallacy. Not that it super matters for the MLM. I think the story, was fuckery. What is the post hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy, or false cause? Assuming that because one event followed another, it was caused by it, is the post hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy. For example, I wore my lucky socks and we won the game. Everybody on every professional baseball team ever. Yeah, we're only 11 minutes in. Rip. Sorry, guys.
Rich, successful.
If y'all want the shortened version of the post hoc, it's false cause.
Free, well-known, a hermit, a championship fisherman, a championship bull rider, the dancer on the K-State dance team, whatever it is that you really want, we know the formula. It is so scary to me how many things Dave and I have put on that board that we have literally crushed them. Do you know the only thing that we can't crush? The only thing that's ever on my dream board that does not happen is something that involves me getting other people to do something that I want them to do. And I want to tell you why. Because their self-worth, where right over here is paradise, they could have everything. It's the land.
Is she saying that the only reason that people won't do something that she wants is because they have low self-worth? People in Frequence, do you see the fuckery? Barb is wildly out of touch with everything, in my opinion. I'm like, my leg is tapping a mile a minute because I'm, I've got big feelings about this.
land of paradise. It's all their dreams and goals. Somebody in their life put something in their head that made them feel that they're not worthy. And even when success comes, they sign up a top leader. They land the most amazing account. They are right there, like they're at the finish line, and they literally fall on the hurdles. They're right there ready to break the rank, and they're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want that responsibility right.
That's valid. That is, I'm like, that's fucking valid. You can pivot at any time for any reason. Oh wait, what's my fancy little shit? I have the right to change my mind. Oh, did you forget that? I have the right to be myself. I have the right to refuse requests. I have the right to feel and express anger. Everybody in MLM ever. I have the right to be illogical in making decisions. Oh, everybody who doesn't do what Barb wants, they must be illogical. It's either or fallacy. I have the right to grow, learn, and change. I don't even know what to say. I'm sick of this.
Now they come to the event, like they're about to cross that stage and they're about to get this in.
I have the right to prioritize my emotional well-being and needs equally with others. What if someone's saying, this is not where I want to put my energy, Barb? Oh, well, you could have just pushed through. Who wins if I just push through? If I sacrifice my mental health? You win because of commission. What do I win? You win the feeling of a job well done. What about my mental health? Fuck that. I have the right to have the final say in my personal decisions, acknowledging that I will face the consequences. Barb? I don't know. I just am frustrated. And these are things that I say to myself. They're tools that I use to navigate the world. They're things that remind me of who I want to be, even when I'm stressed out. And some of it is encouraging to other people. And when I'm stressed and I'm anxious and I read that, it's like, oh yeah, Barb, go pound sand. I have the right to leave any situation for any reason. Barb, are you encouraging that or no?
Incredible award. And
Oh, Jessica's right. You win trauma. Oh, sorry about that. You win trauma, so you grow, so you're successful in your next MLM. For sure, Jessica.
before it, huge success. It's in their hands. They sabotage it all. And I see.
They don't sabotage it. It's not sabotage. It's one of many things. Humans are complex. I think this is an either or fallacy. I'm just gonna. Is it a false dilemma? What is the false dilemma fallacy or either or fallacy? Presenting only two options when more exist is the false dilemma fallacy. For example, you're either with us or against us. I'm not sure what's going on. Melissa said, you guys, I have a mystery. Baby dog is slinking around like he's embarrassed. Did he poop in the house? We don't know. What about drinking from the toilet? Would he be guilty about that? Does everyone have all the food that they made? And
see this over and over and over and over again. I work with a lot of great people. I work with a lot of amazing leaders. I work with people that are so talented, so much more talented than I am. So many.
You're love bombing right now. I have the right to sever unhealthy relationships. Maybe somebody looks at all of the time that they've put into this multi-level marketing stuff and they say, this isn't worth it. It's not worth losing my family over. It's not worth tanking my finances. It's not worth the time I spend away from people that I care about. It's not worth my mental health being in the toilet. And she's like, I work with so many great people. Okay. They're great whether you think they're great or not. Andy's Web, 18 months. Is that a loaf of bread by your head behind the award? That's what we think. That's what we think. And I think that y'all are right. It does look like some type of loaf of bread. This is important information I need to know. Andy's Web. Also the oh, you can't see it right now. Look at the comments. We have unlock. We have our dude. Look on the wall. You could see him better in the beginning, but we have our taxidermy style Jesus.
Many people that like, I want to do life with them. And I meet them and I'm like, you're so freaking amazing. You're everything that I'm not. Let's team up. Let's go, go, go. And let me tell you,
Have you ever considered that people don't want to do life with you and don't want to do business with you? And I do not say that to be an asshole. There are people that can't stand me. And I'm like, if you can't stand me, you don't have to be around me. Like, there's people I can't stand either. And I don't hang around them because I have the right to control physical contact and proximity to other people. And I get to make that decision. Oh, shocker. Barb's like, I see value in you, and so I can't understand why you wouldn't want to run with me. Some people just don't. Barb. She films in front of the bookcases and it's not even aesthetic. Yeah.
number one reason I see people fail over and over and over again. Great people better at this than me, because they show up to the world how they believe they have to show up to be loved and accepted. They're people pleasers. And for
You could be not a people pleaser and show up in the world how you think you should show up. Guess what? I was showing up. I'm sorry. I'm like, here, let me tell you about my experience growing up. I showed up in the world for the first, 35 years of, okay, this is how I safely navigate a group situation. This is how I navigate my family. This is how, okay, other people are laughing at this joke. I need to laugh at this joke. Okay, got it. I'm gonna get in trouble for having sound issues with people chewing. I'm just gonna get in trouble for it. Okay, I'm going to hold in my sensitivities, my overstimulation to the point when I explode. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Got it. People are going to have things to say about me wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants in the summertime. I'm never gonna be able to rationalize that to people. Okay, fine. I just need to wear them. And then you wake up and somebody diagnoses you, i.e., a licensed clinician says, hey, you have autism. What? Hello? Then you get to unmask and you say, oh, this makes so much more sense. I don't like touching people, but I want to keep them at a distance, so that's why I was shaking hands since 5th grade. Yeah, that's a little weird. Got it. I don't know. Some people, there's more complex reasons why people are showing up the way that they show up in the world. Humans are nuanced, they're complex. To Barb, they're not.
so freaking long, I was a people pleaser. Like, what are my kids going to think? What is my mother-in-law going to
This is such an ignorant perspective. I'm a people pleaser, so everyone must be a people pleaser. I live this kind of lifestyle, so everyone must live this type of lifestyle. And if they don't, then they are the exact antithesis of me and the decisions I make. Hello? Not everyone has your shared experience, and a lot of times people have a very complex, very different experience than a lot of other people. It's just wild.
think? What if I don't go on Sunday to watch football at grandma's house? Like, what is my mom going to think if I my mom wouldn't care because my mom would be the last one to get there and she would be late. But I'm just trying to make up an example. Like, what
And
if
some people have to be people pleasers to survive bad relationships. Rachel, 100%.
we don't do the normal tradition? What if I don't go to college? What if I don't get this award?
What if I don't work a 9 to 5? I don't know. You're not going to get 401k matching. You're not going to get paid time off. You're not going to get sick leave. You're not going to get potentially maternity or paternity leave. I don't know. You're not going to be able to leave work at work if you even want to be an employee. Some people want to be actual business owners, like Ov. Actual business owner. Lots of y'all are actual business owners in the chat. Let me link Ov. You can also shop with Ov through my campsite bio. There's like 14 other business owners that are in the swipables at the top. So we're trying to promote actual small businesses.
What if I change my mind and I want to be in network marketing instead of being an attorney? Like, what if I want to write?
This is so slimy. This is so twisty. I'm going to connect my people pleasing. And what if I decide not to do this? What if I am an attorney in this and I decide to do network marketing? I don't know. Do what you want to do, but just go in with your eyes wide open that multi-level marketing is inherently broken. It's an unethical business model. It's super twisty. Super twisty.
A book, but God, I couldn't write the true story because what if my family read the book? Newsflash! The ones you're worried about never going to read your book. Like,
what if you can't support yourself in your network marketing business? Oh, that's a possibility. 99.6% of people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. It's not 60%. It's not 70, 80, 90. It's 99.6%. So you have a job where you're getting a salary or you're getting hourly, and then you're going to take a risk at network marketing, potentially for no income, because it's 100% commission-based only. There's no baseline salary. It's just you and your commission. You just got your autism diagnosis today. Ranger Kathy, congratulations. Be compassionate with yourself as you begin unmasking. I'm so excited for you. It was very relieving and also earth-shattering and also, I don't know, there were a lot of feelings. I felt less like I was going out of my mind when I got my diagnosis. Because I thought that I don't know. I feel like, this isn't the right terminology, I felt crazy before I got my diagnosis. And just take it however you can. I hope that you work with a counselor who has experience with neurodivergent individuals. And I'm really excited for you.
it's so crazy. True story. I've experienced that. So the true story is all of the people that I meet that I truly believe are going to become multi-millionaires, and they're just right there. They don't think they're worth it. So there's this comparison syndrome. Well, if I would have been more like him, maybe. If I would be more like her, I would be. And that's a you problem. That's not a we problem.
Sorry, I was like, great, this is incredible. We don't have to look at her 320p. My bad. Sorry.
That's a
Thanks,
you
boss.
problem. And here's the difference in me and everyone that thinks that I got lucky. I haven't been out at a bar other than twice, maybe 3 times with my husband in 31 years of marriage. I don't go on girl trips. I probably should. I mean, I did go to Most Powerful Women event. Vanessa Hunter and I share the same anniversary. We both went to Most Powerful Women, not once, but twice, without our husbands on our anniversary. So if that's a girl trip.
Oh, wow. What do you mean you don't go to bars? I mean, that's fine if you don't, if you're sober. Cool. What is the point of this story?
It was a meeting. It was me becoming a more powerful wife, me becoming a better mom, me becoming a better entrepreneur. But like my habits are different. My habits are different, and I was so beat down as a little girl growing up that once I understood this equation of self-worth, I'm not going to let anyone put a lid on me, and you shouldn't either.
Was that a straw man? Was that a red herring? What are you talking about? I haven't really done anything to connect with people in 31 years. Oh wait, I have. I've done a handful of going out with my spouse, and I've done 2 girl trips, except they weren't girl trips, but they were to most powerful women in network marketing. How do we get here?
I'm also not going to lower my standards to be accepted and loved. I'm not going to do
I don't understand the connection. I don't understand. I don't understand. Can someone explain this to me? Blinded by the light. So you either lower your standards by not being in network marketing, or you raise your standards by being in network marketing. Another either or fallacy. What the hell? You don't understand because it makes no sense. Yeah, I'm confused.
what everyone else in the crowd is doing just to be popular. I'm not.
It's not about being popular. There's other reasons to hang out with people if you even want to. There's other peoples to connect with other humans if you even want to. Guess what? You don't have to pay to be friends with people. Shocker.
Gonna join in when there's gossip. I'm gonna shut that shit down. I'm definitely not gonna go hang out with a bunch of people that want to tear other companies down and tear.
Oh, anti-MLM. She's never gonna hang out with us. Okay. Bye. That's fine. If you're in Frequence and you're watching this and you're like, DC, I don't like your content. Okay, that's fine. Go listen to somebody else who's more your cup of tea and listen to the anti-MLM message. Hannah Alonso? Great. Aaron? Great. Looking for someone with no cursey words? Those are great people to start with. Kiki Chanel used to do MLM stuff. Cool. They all don't cuss. They're all more like streamlined. Their videos are more digestible. And that's cool.
Other people down and post
Julie
hateful
Joe.
things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go where people go that are insulted by someone else's success. They are deflated by someone else's recognition. They're threatened by another powerful woman walking in the door.
No, maybe we have ethical concerns with how you are running your business, with how you're using coercive tactics to control your downline. Hey, I don't want to get political in my chat. Please delete your comment, Tish. Please delete your comment.
Or another powerful couple in our situation. Here's what I know. There's strength in numbers. There is strength in numbers. And when you surround yourself with people that know their worth, they're not threatened by your success. When you surround yourself with people that are confident in what they're doing, they're not going to be offended if you bring a suggestion to them or some constructive criticism. They're going to be like, dang, that's good. Let's do that. We want to be the best. Somewhere along the line, I got really thick skin. And I guess, I was involved in some situations that were quite abusive. And the worst abuse is being in business with someone that manipulates you or treats you a certain way if they don't get what they want. And when I think about everything that I learned over the last 30 years and this dream board that I built to 100,000 a month that literally got destroyed just like that. just by power of association. I learned a valuable lesson. I have had times where people took my money. I have had times where people took my business. I have had times where people stole my clients, even in the private label business. Let me tell
Is this Unibrow lady? Sorry, I'm like super. This comes across as very much like bad things have happened to me and I've still overcome, even though the bad things are relative, because there's no like lines in multi-level marketing. There's no territories. There's no restrictions on someone stealing your clients.
you something. They never took my spirit. They're not going to take my soul plan. Nothing's ever going to stop something that God intended for you. And they're not going to steal your dream unless you let them. So when you have a dream and you say, I'm going to get this, the only reason why it doesn't come to you, the only reason why it doesn't come to fruition is even if you have self-confidence and you do what you're good at and you're damn good at it and you know you have the talent.
Oh my God, Cassie, I love the picture of your cat in a crab. I thought it was a lobster for a second, and then I was thinking of lobster Jesus. It's so cute.
It's something that's planted in you of your own self-worth. I woke up today at 3:30 in the morning. Dave was having a dream. I still don't know what the dream was about. Andy was coughing because he decided to clean out all these dusty things in the office, in the shed. I don't know. 3:30 in the morning, I woke up and I literally got in the word. I got in a book. I got in my devotional. Then I started listening to good stuff. And I was like, there is no way I'm going back to sleep. It's quiet. I'm up. I'm going to really just work on myself. Now, how many of you woke up this morning and the first thing you did is turn on the news? You know more about the news than you know about your future. How many of
They're not mutually exclusive.
you woke up this morning, the first thing you did, you scrolled the news feed? You know more about everyone else's vacation than you know about you going on a free cruise that I would pay for.
It's not free. It's deferred income. The amount of founders, the amount of CEOs, the amount of uplines who are like, it's free, it's free, it's free. No, check your tax documents. It's tax season. Check them. Get an itemized whatever from your MLM company. You can request it. And then you'll see that it's deferred income. Meaning they paid you by paying to take you on a trip. And they arbitrarily put some type of value to the trip when they probably bought rooms at a discount. Or like the Tesla program. Which company was the Tesla program in? I'm like, which one was it? It was the Coke lady. I mean, the Coca-Cola lady. I'm just trying to be clearer. Coca-Cola. What is she in? Ariel, the Tesla program? So with Tesla, if you recommend someone and they use your link to buy a Tesla, the original person who gave you their link gets money added to their account, whatever. In my opinion, the owners are going to be doing this car program, but everybody who gets the car program is going to be using the owner's links, so the owners are going to get to be able to profit. They're going to be able to win in a very twisty way, in my opinion. Ariel. Yep, thank you. My brain's like, what? What day is it? And where you make commissions on shipping charges. Michelle? Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
You know more about everyone else's kids than you know about just a conversation or call with your own kids. Because you
Maybe you don't have good relationships with your kids. Have you ever thought about that, Barb, or no? So we are at minute 17. The bandwagon fallacy happened, and there's another either or fallacy, but the bandwagon fallacy was, she said, Do you know the only thing that we can't crush? The only thing that's ever been on my dream board that does not happen is something that involves me getting other people to do something that I want them to do. The statement implies that success is dependent on getting others to follow, which is an appeal to popularity. What is the bandwagon fallacy? Arguing something is true or right because it's popular is the bandwagon fallacy. For example, everyone is buying this phone, so it must be the best one. All right, and then we also ran into the another either or fallacy. She said, so when you have a dream and you say, I'm going to get this, the only reason why it doesn't come true to you, the only reason why it doesn't come to fruition is even if you have self-confidence and you do what you're good at and you're damn good at it. You know you have the talent. It's something that's planted in you of your own self-worth. Barb presents a false dilemma by suggesting that the only reason for not achieving dreams is lack of self-worth, ignoring other potential factors. Yep. What is the false dilemma fallacy, or either or fallacy? Presenting only two options when more exist is the false dilemma fallacy. For example, you're either with us or against us. Some of these are not set up right. All right.
Have habits that are not serving you and no self-discipline.
Hi,
Here's
Jen.
what I have. I wake up every day and fall asleep every night, looking at my list, thinking about my goals, focused on my dreams, bringing my vision to fruition. And I have so much discipline. I have so much discipline.
Oh.
I know that it is happening. Now, how many
I'm sorry. Some people have different core values than you do. Some people, money is not a core value. Sometimes success is not a core value. You say, oh my God, well, I wouldn't want those core values. That's fine. They're not yours. They're for you specifically. You find out what those are. Then you start realizing like emotions are information. They're signposts for your core values, and you figure out what your core values are. The end. She has different ones than I do. I'm sure people in the live chat have different ones than I do.
of you have a dream, but you're not really sure it could happen? I want to read something to you that I read this morning.
Oh,
I
God.
know your time is precious. I'm not going to talk for an hour. This is going to be short, to the point, and
She talked pretty close to an hour.
you're literally going to be begging for more. And this could take me weeks to dive into. You are enough, you are valuable, and you're fully worthy of love and belonging. There's nothing that you have done or that you could ever do that would change that. I'm going to read that again.
Except that you have conditional love in multi-level marketing in high control groups. You know how we know that? I know, everyone hates this graphic. You have conditional love on the destructive side of influence. You have doctrine. You have guilt. You have the false cult identity. You're required to be obedient. The leaders are elitist, they're power hungry, they're deceptive, they claim absolute authority. We are hearing some of that today. For organizations, elitism, authoritarian, deceptive, they clone people, the ends justify the means. Like she's saying here, she's focusing on her end goals every single day. They want to preserve their own power, and there's no legitimate reasons to leave because, of course, you must be ignorant if you would even think about leaving multi-level marketing. Ma'am.
I'm not showing up to play small. I'm not trying to start a company and do this halfway. I'm not going to do no guts, no story and just.
You looked at your own website and you said you're not doing it halfway. Have you looked at your own website? Have you looked at your compensation plan? Listen. Checking your copy would maybe be in the category of not doing something halfway. Take a look at that. Take a look at your website.
Just ramble. Like, we're literally going to change people's lives. You, exactly as you are.
Is that straw gonna change people's life? I'd love to know. Is that bracelet that's $175 with no product description, is that gonna change someone's life? Huh? What? Sorry.
Are enough. You're valuable. You're fully worthy of love and belonging. And there's nothing you have done or could ever do that would change that. I needed to hear that. Any of you need to hear that today? Like, I literally felt like I was a little Baptist girl in the front pew this morning. I was like, amening and hallelujah, and I was by myself. You don't become what you want. This is good. Write this down. You become.
This is a recorded live. Why do we need to write it down?
What you believe. If not enoughness feels like your hidden twin, then we might just be long lost triplets. I wrote down.
What bullshit? Go to therapy. Go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy. Someone is gonna treat Barb like their therapist. Sorry, there's a dog on my bed. Me. I am, I want, I did, I won. Yep.
These one-liners, I was like, dang. How many
One-liners don't mean that it's actual good information. Go to therapy. You know what's more impactful than a one-liner? Therapy.
people feel not enough? How many people feel like they're
She literally said earlier, oh my God, your time is precious. I'm gonna speed her up. Sorry, team. We're speeding her up. Playback speed. I hope this is right. Okay. Ah! How do I close this? No! I don't know how to close this. This is new to me, so I have no idea.
not enough? How many people stay stuck? They never go for their goals.
Okay, that's way too fast. How do we exit out of this? That one? Alright.
They never go for their dreams. They stay stuck in towns and jobs and environments and places, and they just don't want to make the wrong decision. We don't allow ourselves to feel worthy of achieving that big dream. And
Maybe leaving a situation is incredibly complicated and or you potentially could be in danger for leaving. She simplifies so many things, it's wild.
when we do, this is the part that just rocked me. We still feel empty. Oh my gosh. If you have ever
You might feel empty in MLM. I did when I was continuing to operate outside of my core values. Sure was.
achieved a really big dream or goal, and after you hit that goal, you still felt empty.
Because the leaders of MLM tell you to push. They don't tell you what it's going to feel like when you hit a goal, because if you stop to think, you may stop running, and that's going to impact their commission check. Oh no, my leader's not like that. If you are happy with your rank, is your upline going to be able to hit their rank if you're not continually growing your volume? I'm just questioning. If you're not constantly replacing people leaving your downline and you are losing your volume, is your upline going to be happy with that lower commission check? I mean, answer that question for me.
Put a heart in the comments. Have you ever, having a baby? Let me ask you this.
Put a poop emoji in the chat if this is fuckery.
Why do people have a baby then have postpartum depression? Why do people move in?
Hormones? I don't know. Genetics? I don't know. Your body just created a whole human being, and sometimes there's like imbalances. I don't know. Ask a doctor. Barb's gonna tell us? Barb's gonna tell us? Barb? Oh, Barbara, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Barbara's the new Carl Deichler. Truly.
To their dream home, then feel sad. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because the
Hormones? Hormones? I mean, hormones? I don't know. Why do people, let me ask, the internet? Why do rapid hormonal changes after childbirth, particularly a drop in estrogen and progesterone, coupled with the significant life changes, sleep deprivation, and emotional stress that come with caring for a newborn, which can trigger depressive symptoms in susceptible individuals. A history of mental health issues can also increase the risk. Barbara is going to tell us why people experience this. Barbara, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
The moment you achieve something, you start questioning if you're worth it. And a lot of people.
Have you ever heard of rapid hormonal change after childbirth? Have you heard of estrogen or progesterone? Ma'am? Oh, you haven't heard of that? Or do your mushrooms fix that? That was a missed opportunity. Truly. Must have been. She could have pushed her product. Oh, wait, do they not sell products to actual customers? Oh, they must. They must. They're not a schmear. What are your qualifications, Barb? A quarter of a koala.
People I see that have so much success right under them because of their own self-worth, their own skeletons in the closet, their past, whatever happened, whatever some.
Is estrogen another word for skeletons in the closet? Is progesterone another word for skeletons in the closet? Is rapid hormonal changes after childbirth another word or another sentence for skeletons in the closet? Is a significant life change another word for another phrase for skeletons in the closet? Ma'am? Talking like she knows something. I don't know. Rip to the rescue ninjas in the chat when they hear this shit.
Somebody told them, you're a poor communicator. You two suck as leaders. You're never going to have a great business. Nobody's going to follow you. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Like, oh my God, Dave and I could write.
How did we get here from postpartum depression? Hello?
A book of just what we heard from haters. Just what we heard from haters.
Why don't you listen to haters? You're telling us that haters never get something right? I mean, yeah, I don't like the multi-level marketing way of paying people out their commissions. I don't like that somebody can buy volume from the company and the upline gets paid. I don't like that the upline gets paid on stuff that doesn't come from customer sales. I don't like the inventory loading that happens in multi-level marketing. I don't like that you have to pay to play in multi-level marketing. Oh, but that's just a hater mindset. Okay, I have another question. I don't like the behaviors I see from you, Barb, of behavioral control, information control, thought control, emotional control. It's from the bite model of authoritarian control. I don't like the destructive influence that you're presenting. I don't like that this talk has barely anything to do with business. It's been one long. I can't even speak. It's been one long ego trip. I don't know. I don't like that. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean I hate it. Do I hate exploitation? Sure, I hate that. Fairness is important to me. Justice is important to me. Not treating other humans like shit is important to me. I don't know. Loyalty is important to me. Whatever. Yay! She had a blasty blast. Let's go.
And here's what would happen. We would have success. We would get these great leaders under us. And then I don't know what would happen, but we would literally destroy it. Self-sabotage. I can tell you 3 times that it happened. I see you, Susan, and you were here on one of them. One time, Dave and I became the top leaders of a company, top 3 out of 160,000 distributors.
Does that mean top or top 10? Top 5? Wouldn't be top. Wouldn't be Lindsay Matway top.
Now, some of the other distributors were doing certain things that we were like, what are they doing? Now, my team.
Live chat, never let me watch Barb Pitcock without speeding her up ever again. All right? Pinky promise. Pinky promise. Oh, okay. I'll look at it. I was just like distracted by Barb.
Team was following me. My team didn't even hardly know these other distributors. But this was in 2000 or maybe like 1999, and the internet was a new thing.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
And it was scary. Like, oh my God. The internet was as scary as AI is right now. Like the whole world was.
Did you know that people who were helping the issue with the computer systems wasn't that the internet was like this evil thing? It's that the clocks, there was a max on the computers and they didn't know what was going to happen. And people were working for years before Y2K to like reprogram and fix stuff so that it wasn't that, oh my God, the world's going to end. It's like, okay, the computer only goes up to this many, whatever, hours for the time. And so we need to work on the back end to fix all this stuff. Years and years. This is a great pause. Take a screenshot and tag me on Insta Spam. A Y2K reference in this, the year of our Lord 2025? Yes.
I was afraid the internet was like, it was going to turn 2000 and the world was going to end, right? And so.
Hey Siri, when did the internet start? The internet officially started in 1969, 79, 89, 99. 30 years? Everyone was terrified for 30 years? My husband and friends who are working IT would like a word. Oh.
Dave and I had 50,000 a month. We were barely 30 years old. And there was 2 other people that were just doing weird stuff. Like one of them, yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves.
People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that.
They weren't making enough on the comp plan, so they decided to create a whole bunch of tools and systems. And then they sold these e-cards to everyone in the company in the hallway at the convention. And it was just, my upline called them the parasites of the industry, right? Like back then they had trifold pamphlets and then they had these electronic business cards and then they had.
So would MLMs be the parasites of traditional business? Oh, I don't know. It's probably a comparison I can't make.
You know, you could buy leads back then. Oh, they were
Oh,
generating
I'll take
leads.
some off. Don't forget to eat.
$20, $30 a name. And they were just everywhere, right? And Dave and I, instead of being confident and being like, let them do what they want to do, we're going to keep over here jamming like we're number one. We literally canceled a trip to Italy. We were like, we don't even want to be around these people. 14 days paid to Italy. I still haven't been to Italy. But do you know what?
Did you get cash instead of that trip? A lot of times you get cash or you get the trip. And a lot of times the cash payout is much lower than the trip because they get a discount on the trip and the company just says, yeah, this was worth $14,000 when they may have only paid $5,000 for it. Eye roll of a lifetime.
Self-worth was like, we don't want to be around them. We don't do the internet. We don't want to be around all these people that are doing all these weird systems. Now,
did you not do the internet? Did you not do the internet for the 30 years prior?
Granted, we stayed home with our kids, created our own training, gave it to our downline for free, and we became number one.
Oh, you said the training systems were fucked and people shouldn't have made money on it. So y'all made your free one and then you somehow equate that to you becoming number one. Okay.
one, nobody could touch us. But we sabotaged
Then how did you leave that multi-level marketing company?
a lot of relationships based on having to be right, wanting to argue, being threatened by what they did. Why did we even care what they did? If we had self-confidence and we knew that we were worth $40,000 a month, we wouldn't have let anything touch it. Well, I want to tell you guys,
It just sounds like you were a bad leader. No, I'm sure there's another. I'm sure there's more reasons why you sabotage that. Other than, it does sound like you wanted to be right. You still want to be right against anti-MLM. You still want to be right against haters. You want to write a book about addressing all the hater stuff. Isn't that a same characteristic of you wanting to be right instead of listening to feedback that people have on the industry?
what happened? All of these toxic leaders that struggled with their own self-worth literally sabotaged the entire company. People were spending more money on all these other things than they
You were the toxic leaders. You were the toxic leaders? Well, didn't she say that that she and her husband were the ones wanting to be right, and they didn't have to be right because they were the ones making $40,000 a month? Or did I misinterpret what she said? Or was she then also the person being wronged by others because they wanted to be right, and she was just trying to keep her head down and work?
were the products, and they spoke it into fruition, and that 18-year-old company went bankrupt and we lost everything. And I remember sitting there.
So your downline who had a negative mindset crashed the company? What type of abundance nonsense is this? Red Raider! Hero!
Thinking, how could something so good go so bad so quick? 2 words.
Multi-level marketing? No, that's multi-level marketing? 2 words?
Egos and self-sabotage. And Dave and I learned a very
Is self-sabotage 1 word? Is... No, self-sabotage is not 1 word. So, did she say 3 words or 2 words? I'll go back. I'm sorry. I know we're going to be here for a while.
And I remember sitting there thinking, how could something so good go so bad so quick? 2 words. Egos and self-sabotage. And Dave and I learned a very
I hate to die on this hill, but like 3 words. Not 2. 3 words? Not 2. I know, it's an easy mistake, DC. She probably meant it in a different way. Got it.
very valuable lesson. When you get something that you didn't really work hard for, or you get something and you're not developing personally at the rate of your success, you will always bring it back down to what you think you're worth. So there we were.
No. They say this in churches too. You will crash and burn your spiritual, what is it called? Your spiritual growth to the level of your character, which is similar to MLM stuff. 2 short things, I guess. Appreciate it. People in churches say this. People in my church said this. Spiritual growth. Your spiritual growth is limited by who you are and your character.
Starting again at 0. And Dave and I made a decision. We're never going to let that happen again. But then we got around some people and we were confident. We knew we could do it. That was this chart. That was this one. Oh my gosh, I missed.
Is that the osmosis that you believe happens? If you believe so much in abundance mentality and manifestation, then how come being around other people contaminated your mind? Wouldn't the manifestation, wouldn't the abundance mindset, wouldn't all of those self-help books be meaningful in protecting your mind from these negative Nancys, these negative Nellies? Is that not how manifestation works? You're telling me all the books that you read in personal development, nothing protected you from those people? Ah, dither.
Chance's last baseball game. He was the MVP. I was at a convention in Las
Oh,
Vegas.
sorry.
I missed his birthday. I was in the Philippines, or actually, I was in Barbados at Rihanna's house with all the doctors. Like, oh my God.
Did they rent Rihanna's house? You missed your kids' game to go to Rihanna's house with doctors? Oh. She did say Rihanna. I don't know how she got there.
I'm here. I have arrived. Here's something I want to tell you guys right now. Your values and what's most important to you, and being true to your authentic self and what you know you're worth. You'll never have to go do things that you don't want to do with people you don't want to be around, that are not in alignment congruent with who you are. Because
You're telling me you didn't have one good moment at Rihanna's house? I blink of a lifetime. Slow blink. Sorry. She is name dropping. She's like, oh, woe is me. I was in Barbados at Rihanna's house and it was just the worst thing ever. Okay.
Because when you're authentic and you stand up for your values and you do what you know is the right thing to do, scared money don't make money. Scared people
No, I mean, scared money does make money.
don't have success. You've got to.
Y'all literally talk about doing things scared in every single convention I've ever been to. Do it scared, do it scared, do it scared, do it scared until you build the confidence, but do it scared. So, are we gonna do it scared, or do scared people are never successful? My brain is gonna be stuck on that.
Step up with so much confidence and say, I know my worth. I'm doing this. I'm going to be number one, because with God, who could be against me, right?
That's like Jesse Lee in the 50 Cent name drop all the time. Yep.
When you really believe to your core that you can be yourself and you don't have to be something that you're not, and you can be authentic and you will be accepted and loved exactly how you are. I'm telling you guys, Katie bar the door, it's happening. I believe one of the most prevalent forms of cancel culture is one, listen to this, nobody talks about this. It's one that nobody talks about. It's us canceling us before we even try. I wrote that down. I was like, oh my gosh. It was time to turn down the volume on my doubting mind and turn up the volume of the power of my knowing that I was worth it and that I could do it. Remember what we said earlier, you don't become what you want. You become what you think, what you believe, and what you do feel that you're worth. Anytime you
What about choice? What about free will? I'm sorry I keep bringing up therapy. And if you don't like this, just mute me. I'll wave when I'm done. The thing that was so wild and discouraging to hear about in therapy is that addiction and walking in sobriety is incredibly hard. It is sometimes a minute by minute thing. And also, kids who have bad things happen to them, it impacts like the gray matter in their brain, it impacts the diseases that they can get and stuff like that. And back to, like, there's been this ongoing study since 1998. All that being said, you can have awful things happen to you. You can be struggling with addiction, struggling to walk in your sobriety, and at the end of the day, you still have a choice. And it might be the hardest choice you've ever made, or it might be the hardest choice to do something different than the trauma that you've experienced. If there's and that is the wild and the twisty part of it. And we're listening to Barb here, and she's not bringing into it any free will, any choice. Even though she claims to be a Christian and they talk about free will in the Bible. Why is there not? How you see the world and how you operate in the world, and you say you're this, why isn't there like a perfect mesh of behavior that aligns with what you believe? religiously or spiritually. I don't understand. I'm done.
You get something that you don't feel you're worth, you will sabotage your success. You will continually be starting because you'll be reactive. You'll get mad about everything. You'll be offended by everyone. You'll be threatened by any competition because you feel less than. So leading a bunch of leaders is kind of like herding cats. And in life, we never really get all of our dreams and goals. We stay stuck at the level of our self-worth. And that is really sad. So I want to speak life into you today because these relationships that you have in your life, the relationships that I'm building with the leaders that we are mentoring, there's things that have happened in their life, hurtful words, crooked CEOs, times that they felt pain. I'm trying to think of some other things, attacks, betrayal, abandonment.
What betrayal? What attacks? You're all independent contractors. You're in business by yourself and you're in business for yourself. And a lot of times they say, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. You're in business by yourself. You're in business for yourself. Definition of independent contractor.
Like there's a lot of them, right? But your body feels the source of any shame.
Can I just encourage everybody, lapses are not losses. Lapses are not losses. And she's going to say a loss is a loss.
Of any guilt, like a miracle in motion. And I could just confess right now, the one that I have always struggled with, always struggled with is guilt. Don't need to go into it.
Guilt is neutral, shame is neutral, anger is neutral, fear is neutral, joy is neutral, pain is neutral. Fear is neutral. I don't know if I said them all though. It's neutral. Now, carried guilt isn't healthy. Carried shame, not healthy. Hero, Sparrow? Howdy hey. Carried anger isn't healthy. Why is shame healthy? Or why can shame be neutral, but how can it be a positive information? It can say, hey, you're operating outside of your core values. That happened to me and Mary Kay when I told my upline, hey, this person is at or below the poverty line. I'm not okay with talking to her about inventory. And my upline said, it's not your decision to make. And then she went around me and had a conversation with the person and talked her into an $1,800 order that my rep on my team put on her credit card. Good night, Kat. And I didn't follow up with my upline and say, what you did was wrong. I didn't know how to articulate it back then. I know how to articulate it now. I was like, well, I guess she's right. I guess that she wouldn't have bought anything if she didn't feel like she could. My upline didn't give a shit about what I wanted because she was going to make a commission off of her third line, which I was her first line or second line.
But I'm telling you, I've had to shake that off because if I would start to achieve great success or I want to go do what I know is my purpose or I feel like I'm knocking on the door, then all of a sudden guilt from just a couple of things in my past would creep in and a little bit of self-doubt destroys all the dreams that you're about to fulfill. So when deep down inside, we don't believe we're worthy because we feel guilt or shame or anything like that, we have this dream. It's right there. We know we could have it. Everything's happening for us. Like it's happening. You know it's happening. And then all of a sudden you find a way to lose it all, sabotage it all, flake out on everybody, cancel, decide that maybe you should take a deeper look. Like your mind just gets in the way and it stops you from some of the greatest experiences you could have ever had. And success is like right there. So do you guys have some self-doubt? Anybody have some self-doubt? Drop in the comments. What creates your self-doubt? Can you pinpoint like when was the time? Is it you thinking about other people? Because I have so much self-confidence. Like I know, and I'm not being boastful, but literally it's so funny because I brought it in here.
I'm not going to be boastful. I don't say this to impress you, but to impress upon you.
This is so funny. I got to show you this antique as well. I was so good. I literally made a notebook of exactly what to say and exactly what to do to get 100% results every single time, as long as a person was breathing. Not only did I make the notebook, then I put all the tabs, 1 through 31, what these people should do 31 days out of the month. And that's how we got to $100,000 a month in income, because I got enough other people to believe if I just do this and she's going to be right there and the person's going to say this and then I'm going to say that. Like, it used to be so hard. There wasn't internet. There wasn't Facebook. COVID hadn't happened. Nobody knew what a Zoom was. Like, this crap was hard, right? Because people's biggest fear was like having to talk to someone or present. But somehow, by the grace of God, Dave and I figured it out. When you get in alignment with your assignment, you don't even need a script. You're not even going to need all of that training, because when your alignment is, I know that I'm right exactly where I'm supposed to be. I believe in divine timing. Like, I do believe that you're watching this right now. You're hearing this right now. Our paths cross for whatever reason. And I'm trying to lead you intentionally, trying to lead you to believe that you are worthy of success. My intention today is to speak to somebody that's watching this live, that's where I used to be, that is so beat down, that has been betrayed, that has been abused, that has been abandoned, that has been called names because they had red hair and freckles and fair skin. And I mean, literally, you guys, I can hear the kids on the playground. I don't even want to repeat what they used to say. Copper top, I mean, red on the head, like a no. I wouldn't even repeat it. Just, I think about how I always felt less than. I was trying to always find QT to make my skin darker, or I worked at a beauty shop after school cleaning the brushes, and I would literally save the leftover hair color and go home and try to put it on my hair. I tried to get makeup that was like full coverage to cover up my freckles. And the crazy thing is, I think it's why today I cannot stand mean people. I cannot
Someone giving you a critique doesn't mean that they're mean.
even stand the conversations of mean people. Never been a part of it, never want to be a part of it. I was always the girl at the tetherball, letting the new kid go in front of me. I was always in the classroom.
You didn't have boundaries. You didn't have boundaries? So you're saying that you didn't feel like you had self-confidence or self-worth, that when it was your turn that you got to take your turn? That's fine. If you are bullied, bullying is awful. I'm saying she's talked about self-confidence, she's talked about people-pleasing, she's talking about worth. My question is, did she feel a specific kind of self-worth or lack of self-worth by continually letting people go in front of her?
Sitting by the child that was disabled or picked on or didn't have anyone around them. I always gave them my seconds. If I had extra money on my card and they didn't, I don't know why. My birthday is in March. I've always been a people pleaser, which hasn't always been the best. I've always had a really big heart, and I always just expected that everyone else would be like me, but they're not. And what you have to understand is quit expecting you in other people. What you need to do is step into your own worth. What you need to do is build your own dream board. What you need to do is take your dreams and goals and picture yourself as if it's already happened. It's never going away. It's yours. It's right there. Like, what you want wants you. And energy is everything, and everything is energy. Every single thought is a prayer, and every single prayer is heard. And some of us are our own worst enemy. So I want to challenge you guys to do.
Are you just gonna like make yourself some type of is it an ego boost to tell us that you sat next to somebody who is disabled? I don't understand.
Something just for the next 72 hours. Today, I want you to make yourself a dream board, and I want you to go take a picture in the house, in the car. If you want to write a book, go sit in the bookstore, take a picture of you signing a book. I want you to buy some house plans, call Disney, book the trip. You can make
Why are you gonna sign a book? It's not yours. Oh my god. It's not your book. Why are you signing a book?
payments, get a place in Cabo, like whatever it is you want to do. Quit waiting for everyone else's approval.
How about we stop bragging about stuff that could just be this is giving like Jessie Lee giving a unhoused person cash and then screen recording it, even though she probably didn't ask for their informed consent to be on video. That's what this is giving.
And don't wait until you have the money.
Oh, yeah, she wrote a book. I was just saying, like, that advice for to have just someone write a book. Was she saying for herself? That was the example. Okay, good night, Sander. Good to have you here.
To design it and plan it as if it's already yours. And I want you to see how quickly you feel increased. 'Cause
High-minded.
scared money doesn't make money. Scared people don't have success. You've got to leap and the net will appear. This is what I want to leave you with. I read this in a great book today, and I'll tell you the name of the book here in a minute. I need a sign that says this. I literally just want to post this on my wall. Come as you are, heal where you need, blossom what you choose, journey toward your calling, stay as long as you would like. You belong here.
Stay as long as you would like, except for people who decide that they don't want to be in your multi-level marketing company. Hello? Are you reading the same thing that we're listening to? Like, do you understand what you're reading? My God.
You are worthy. You are loved. You are the love. That's it. I love you guys. I want you to have success beyond your wildest dreams. And
Well,
the fact that you show up here every Saturday just to listen to me, it really feels my calling. Because, like, this is
it makes you feel good that people show up. I mean, okay.
what I do to not make money. It's free. And it's my favorite hour of the week. Because when you step into what your gift is and you're in alignment.
I mean, we did the decibel tester on members only. I could have messed up, but I hope I didn't. I didn't turn her down or anything. We literally like held up a decibel meter to test the sound, but I could have messed it up. It was right earlier. I'm not sure if it's off now.
With the assignment, it never feels bad. I never say, oh, I made all this money.
I can turn her up.
I had this accomplishment and now I don't know, I'm still empty, because this isn't money. It's not stuff. It's nothing I can touch or see or feel. It's me.
I'm still trying to fix it. But yeah, I don't know.
Being in alignment with an assignment. And that is to be authentic and know your worth and share your story and serve other people. And that will change your life. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. I got to jump off here and get on our company training call. But I'm telling you guys, we have something really special happening right now. And I would love for you to experience it. You do not have to stay stuck. You are enough and you can do and be and have anything that you ever dream of, as long as you believe. And secondly, know that you're worth it, because you are. Have a good day.
Oh my God. Is this it?
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up. We did it! Yay! Woo! Hooray!
Oh.
We did it!
I don't even know what to say. Other than not here for it, Barbara. I think here's the value I take from that. The twistiness of the leadership at Frequence is bigger than I imagined. I'm not a fan of the coercive shit. I'm not a fan of the bite model of authoritarian control. I'm not a fan of the destructive influence. I'm not a fan of the egocentric advice she gives. I'm not a fan of her logical fallacies. I'm not a fan of how she runs her company. I'm not a fan of how she views her success in the industry. I'm not a fan of so many things. Me not being a fan doesn't mean I'm a hater and doesn't mean I'm mean. I mean, I can be mean, but I could also be mean and also have valid issues with the compensation plan, with her leadership style, with her logical fallacies, with a bunch of stuff. Also, huge shout out to Aaron Bees for sending that video my way. Thank you so much. We are still working on audio issues. We've adjusted my mic. We're trying to make sure that it's balanced before the streams, but it's still a work in progress. Thank y'all for having grace and working with me through my technical difficulties. If you haven't licked the stream, I'd appreciate y'all doing that if you actually like the video. If you don't, feel free to thumbs down me, because that is also engagement. So whatever floats your boat, I will... What are we at? 77. Please let me end on an even number. We are going to be doing... Oh, I need to change the stream time for tomorrow. I don't know if I can do mom exploiting kids' health issues tomorrow. I'm gonna have to probably move it to a different day because I don't have spoons for it. We may just do something lighthearted. So, thank y'all so much. Thank you for the 80 likes. I'm gonna end on an even number. Ah, I'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to drink something. Don't forget to eat, and don't forget your meds. And I'll see you next time. Oh God, where is it? All right, bye. Hey everyone, it's DC. Want to share your MLM story, blow the whistle on a current or past MLM, cults, unethical coaches or businesses, or get in touch with our moderators? Head over to my campsite.bio link in my YouTube description. It's your one-stop shop for all things anti-MLM. Whether you're looking to submit your experience, expose unethical practices, or just connect with our community, we're here to listen. Let's fight MLM schemes together.